Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Playwright Will Eno is making his Broadway debut with his latest called The Realistic Joneses. Under the direction of Sam Gold, it stars Toni Collette, Michael C. Hall, Tracy Letts, and Marissa Tomei. And I'm here on opening night to celebrate with the company. Welcome back to Broadway First.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels fantastic. I mean, to be able to do it this way with this cast and with Will's words and Sam's direction is it's fantastic. I mean, I love, in as much as it is a trend, the trend of new plays by living playwrights on Broadway, and to be a part of that is exciting for me.
So I was going to ask you, what was it like in the rehearsal room having Will there during that process?
It was great. I mean, he's such a kind and available and reassuring and encouraging person. You know, had he been sitting in the corner with his arms folded, tisking and scowling, that would have been one thing. But he was so available to answer any questions we had, and it was great. It was nice to have the man who wrote the thing there to bounce ideas off of, to reaffirm your instincts, whatever it was. He's a great guy and obviously a major talent.
What attracted you originally when you read the play? What were your thoughts on it?
I loved the words. I loved the way people communicated, the way they talked, the way they were on the same page but also in very different worlds at the same time, the way they jumped from thought to thought in a way that was heightened perhaps, but also very much in sync with the way I think contemporary people communicate. Will has an ability to capture that, unlike any I've ever encountered. So it was the words.
And working with this cast?
I mean, it's amazing. I pinch myself all the time. I have admired all of these actors for some time, and never had the chance to work with any of them. And it's amazing. Yeah.
And then working with Sam Gold, one of the finest directors, what that whole process was like, and what you admire about him.
He's great. I mean, he makes you better. He made me better. He makes me better all the time. He has a very sort of firm hand and clear vision, but also a flexibility about him, a sort of suppleness at the same time. He's the real deal. He's really something, and it's nice to be in a room where you feel so supported and considered and seen.
My final question is, what's been the most enjoyment for you? What's given you the most enjoyment of being back on Broadway again?
The sense of family that we have as a group of collaborators, and the sense of enthusiasm and exuberance that we have for the play and that we get back from the audience. There's nothing like it.
It's opening night. How do you feel tonight?
I feel very excited. I feel relieved. You always feel relieved once you sort of cross this finish line, you know. For me, it's been a couple of years, this process. I started with this play at Yale a couple of years ago, so to get it to this point has taken a while. But so yeah, there is a sense of relief. You're like, okay, now we've gotten the friends and the critics and everybody else in, and now we can just settle down and do our show 8 times a week, which is fun.
That would be the best part of this, I would think. Now you're just like, just do the show.
Yeah, the show kind of takes care of you. It takes you right along, and I love working with my 3 fellow actors. They're all beautiful performers, and we've formed a tight little ensemble, and we have a great time working with each other. So just taking the stage with them makes the evening fun and sort of fly along for me.
What do you love about the play itself, Will's words, and the role that you play?
The play is so beautiful. It's heartbreaking. It's very human. It's very hilarious, and it's challenging. It's not an easy play. It's not necessarily a sort of lowest common denominator play. It challenges the audience to tune their ear to it and to listen hard to it. And I love that about it. I love that it's a bit untraditional. And I think anytime you can write a truly original comedy, you've really pulled something off. So that's what I love about it. And the character I play is just, he's great fun. He's he's so grumpy and taciturn. He's great fun to do. He's a man of few words, and after playing George in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, what a relief to not have that many lines.
And talk about working with Sam Gold, who's one of our finest directors.
He's just terrific. His enthusiasm is infectious. His love for the piece is very real. He's not having to generate his love for the piece. He's been with the piece for a long time, and he's very, like all the best directors, he's very specific about every moment in the play.
First off, welcome back to Broadway. How does it feel?
It feels really great. I love that theater. The Lyceum is a beautiful, beautifully ornate house, but also a little jewel box. It's a great house.
Is that the best part about being back?
The Lyceum?
It's one of them, right?
That's one of them, yes. Being with this cast and actually the material itself, Will Eno's work, it's a privilege, really deep privilege to work on.
I'm a huge fan of his. I see everything he's done, and I'm thrilled about that he's now gone from off-Broadway to Broadway.
I know,
which is really exciting.
We're very lucky because Jeffrey Richards, our producer, really saw that it's something that that is so funny that it can reach many people, but also has the gravitas of a true great American voice in playwriting.
What do you love about the play itself, this one that you're doing?
What do I love? I like the rhythm. It's very, once you get on, it's a real gallop, and it's 90 minutes, and you're really surfing it, really surfing the laughs.
And what do you love so far about playing the woman that you play?
Her heart, she really is she's very happy. She's probably a lot happier than I am. and has an innocence that's really, it's a great thing because I have to be disciplined to be in that space every night. So it's not like I have to show up and be like, oh my God, I hate the world. I get to come and I love my husband. I'm in love with him. I have hope for our future, and life is beautiful. Even though sometimes she denies a lot, but her essence is still innocent and joyful, and so that's really nice for me to be in that space.
My final question is, what's it been like working with this cast and your director, Sam Gold?
I've wanted to work with Sam for so long. I feel so lucky that we made it happen, and you saw the play, so you know that the tone is very specific. So how do you wrangle all these different, every actor works differently, so how do you get us all on the same page and be in this particular tone? And that was his first goal, and he got that. And it couldn't have been easy because we're all ornery. And we wanted to do a lot of acting, but he's like, just say the words. And I learned something from each and every actor through rehearsal, and I continue to. Really, their choices, their discipline, their precision is really inspiring to me every day.
Well, first of all, congratulations. Welcome back to Broadway. How does it feel?
Pretty fun. I mean, tonight was great. Who doesn't love an opening night on Broadway? It's kind of surreal. But this play has such depth and it's so beautiful, and I just feel really lucky to be a part of it. Such a great group of people, and Will Eno is just a bit of a genius,
Because we talked very early on in the process. I'm a huge Will Eno fan. I saw everything he's done off Broadway, and I'm thrilled that he's on Broadway now. Oh, don't be. What do you love the most about his writing in this play?
He just captures life, He just gets it in a way that I can relate to. So I imagine other people will as well. I guess it's that it traverses both humor and a certain poignancy, and it just feels real. That was very strange doing an interview so early in our rehearsal period.
We talked to you in the rehearsal. No one knew anything what it was really about.
There for like 3 days. It was like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but now I kind of do know what I'm talking about. Oh, there he is. Will's over there.
He's such a great man.
Oh, he's just... Yeah, he is. He has poetry in his blood. He gets life in a way that I think is great, and I think a lot of people relate to, and He's just a true gentleman, actually.
And just tell me what it's been like working with this cast and your director, Sam Gold, who's one of our finest directors.
I love these people. I would work with them over and over. It's been a fantastic experience, and it will continue to be a fantastic experience.
And working with Sam?
He's the best. I'm trying to. I want to work. I will work with him again. We've already talked about it. I just think he's the real deal. He's the real deal. He's just so considerate and thoughtful and collaborative and just a really nice person. Yeah.
I feel great. I feel a tiny bit tired. I feel very happy, very grateful. It's probably 10 good different things, I think.
So what was it like for you sitting in the Lyceum tonight, watching your play?
I'm continually thrilled and surprised with the actors and just what really specific and wonderful and really grounded actors they are, and how funny they are, and how effortlessly they're very easy with the humor, but it's terrifically funny to me, and it's very gratifying. A play is written for there to be a bunch of humans sitting in the dark, listening, and to hear people laughing and laughing at things there's a couple of lines that I think are particularly about sort of the pain of life and the avoidance of pain in life and all the things we all feel and hurt from. And they're funny lines, I think, and the people and the actors deliver them very well in a very funny way. And so I actually find that just very gratifying because it seems like a very communal laugh at some of those different things. So the whole thing just feels really good.
Sam, what are opening nights like for you?
They're an out-of-body experience. I don't really know. I won't remember anything about this conversation.
Tell me what it's been like working on this show. Gorgeous show that I saw yesterday.
This has been a really special one. You know, it's a writer who I really believe in, I really love, a friend of mine whose work I've cared about for a long time, and it's a big night for him. It's so great to show his very unique and beautiful work to a larger audience.
What do you love about his writing in general?
He does this thing that's very unique to him. He's sort of working on 3 different levels at once. It's incredibly funny and you're laughing and there are these great jokes, but there's deep meaning behind it and great emotion behind it too. It's sort of getting you on all these levels at the same time.
And working with this cast, was this the dream cast you wanted for this show?
Yeah, I couldn't be happier. What a group to pull together. I'm a very lucky man.
So what was it like working with all of them in the rehearsal room?
They made my life very easy. They just came in with great attitude and working really hard and just keying into these people really quickly. It just makes my life very, very fun and easy when you have such a stellar group of people to work with.
What are the challenges for you as a director when you have a play that so beautifully walks that line between great comedy and seriousness at the same time?
Yeah, that's the most fun for me, when I have a play where the tone is tricky and I actually really have to make sure that the audience gets what the writer is trying to do and that the writer is trying to do something that people haven't seen before. So that's very rewarding for me.
So when you're asked to describe the play, what do you say?
I say you're going to laugh on about every line that is said in the play, and then at the end you will be surprised at how it crept up on you.
What's been the best part of the experience for you, Sam, with working on this play?
It's hard to say what's best. I have a brilliant cast. I've loved every minute of working with them, and I'm just so happy for Will.
Tell me about collaborating with Sam Gold.
Okay, Sam is a great director. He's a friend, and he's a guy with. He's just a very smart guy, very low key guy, and he's funny. So he's just very good at. He's very good with a kind of quiet, subtle play, but also making it clear and making the humor work and stuff like that.
My final question is, if you could sum up the best part of the experience so far with working on this play, what has it been for you?
Oh, there's so many great things. I couldn't do that. Certainly working with the cast, two of whom I knew really well and have worked with before, but just that's just a great. It's a serious, quiet joy to know those people and to have gotten to work with those people, and that feels really good. And there's just a bunch of really, really happy, good things that